Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm your host, Greatest List, and this is Fitness and Kicks, live from the basement. This is the show that talks about health and fitness and my tennis shoe collection. Now, the topic of the day is vitamin D deficiency. Before I can tell you about vitamin D deficiency, first you must know, what is vitamin D? What is vitamin D deficiency? What are the signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency, and what foods can I eat to get more vitamin D? Now, before I answer all of these questions, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my story with vitamin D deficiency. So before all this COVID-19 stuff, coronavirus happened, let's say about 3 to 6 months ago, I came down with this really bad sinus infection. Sinus infection lasted for about 2 to 3 months. Didn't really know what it was. All I know was I was burning both ends of the candle, was working a lot, was working like 12, 13-hour days. So I started to get sick, feeling lethargic, very tired, eyes were heavy, fever, night sweats, confusion, runny nose. I mean, my nose was running like a faucet. Blowing my nose constantly. I was sneezing all the time. And just imagine like sneezing every second. That drains you. Just imagine blowing your nose every second. That just drains the life out of you. So I was experiencing all those things. I mean, I remember waking up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat because I had a fever. I had chills, had body aches, and I kept putting it off. I would go to work, like most people, when you get sick, you put it off and you say, you know what, I'm going to go the next day. I'm going to go the next day. But you gotta understand something. You're taking a gamble. You're taking a risk on your health. You keep putting stuff off, and then before you know it, it ends up getting worse, or you end up losing your life. So when you have an issue, go to the doctor right away. Set up a doctor's appointment. My sinus infection ended up getting bad. I had this, I started to develop this ear infection. Like, I woke up one day and my ear was sore. And I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go to the doctor. But I remember before having this sinus infection, I was already feeling somewhat sickly. I knew something wasn't right. Like, something inside of me was telling me, you're not well, you're sick. Because I was tired all the time. No matter what I did, I ate all the right foods. I got the right amount of sleep. I mean, I was extreme dieting at this point. I had took everything out of my diet. I stopped eating sugar. I was eating a lot of rice cakes, ate carbs. I ate a lot of rice. I took eggs out of my diet. I mean, I stopped eating breakfast. I mean, I just started eliminating everything. So maybe that probably contributed to me having like a vitamin D deficiency. But I knew that something was off, Like I said, no matter what I did. I mean, I was running a 6-7 minute mile. I felt like I was in shape. I thought I was on top of the world until I went to the doctor and had like a reality check. So fast forward, I make an appointment for the doctor, and I go in and I tell them that I'm having all these issues, and they tell me, they diagnosed me as having a sinus infection. She checked my ear, and my ear was swollen, inflammation inside of my ear. And I told her, I said, you know what? I need a physical because something's not right. I need to know what's going on. And guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, blood never lies. So get those physicals. So I got a physical, got my antibiotics. They gave me like this nasal spray to stop the nasal drippage. And I was on my way. And even and another thing I had with the sinus infection, I had a sore throat. I have some tonsil issues from time to time. A lot of times with me, when I get sick, I always get like a sore throat, and then it just turns into something else after that. So they gave me my medication and gave me my physical, did some blood work, and a few days later, I went back to the doctor to get my results. And my doctor told me that I was vitamin D deficient. So deficient to the point they put me on a supplement. 250,000 IUs a week. Now, IUs are international units. I think the recommended dosage for, and you guys can fact check me on this, the recommended dosage for vitamin D is about 1,000, between 1,000 and 4,000 IUs a day. So I'm well over the amount that a person's supposed to take. That's how low it was. And that explains why I was having all these issues. That explains why I kept getting sick. I couldn't get rid of it. You know, like I said, man, no matter what I did, I was taking NyQuil. I thought that would help. Nothing helped, no matter what I did. Every time I worked out, it made it worse. So I didn't have a choice but to go to the doctor. So anyway, I started taking this vitamin D supplement. I take this one green pill. I take it once a week and started feeling better. Like once the meds started kicking in, started feeling back to my normal self. I forgot what it had felt like to feel good. I forgot because I was sick for so long that I was like, man, what does it feel like to feel healthy? You know, a guy like me that works out, eats all the right food, what am I doing getting sick? But you know, that just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how healthy you are, how much you work out. You know, the older you get, the more susceptible you are to certain illnesses happening. My doctor also told me that because of the area we live in, the weather change, you know, this vitamin D stuff happens. We don't always have a lot of sun exposure, so we're more susceptible to having like vitamin D issues. So anyway, what is vitamin D? Okay. Now, vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin that regulates the absorption of calcium and phosphorus, as well as facilitates normal immune function. All right? Now, what is vitamin D deficiency? Vitamin D deficiency is too little vitamin D in the body. So that is the lack of. Okay? What are the signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency? So vitamin D deficiency, sign 1, getting sick or infected often. Number 2, fatigue and tiredness. Number 3, bone and back pain. Number 4, depression. That's a big one. Number 5, impaired wound healing. Number 6, bone loss. Number 7, hair loss. Number 8, muscle pain. So what foods contain vitamin D? What foods can I get vitamin D from? And those foods are mushrooms, cook egg yolks, boiled or fried, beef liver, not everyone's favorite, but it does have vitamin D in it. Sockeye salmon. Wish I could eat it, but I'm allergic to it. Canned sardines. Atlantic. Cheddar cheese. Fortified cereals such as specialk. Milk does a body good. Orange juice. Direct sunlight. No hoodies. No sitting in your car. Vitamin D2, vitamin D3 supplement. Get it from any grocery store. So that wraps it up for the topic of the day, vitamin D deficiency. For more info, go online, fact check me, research, and find out everything you can on vitamin D deficiency. So now, moving right along. Shoe of the day. Adidas, top 10 high. Here we go. Blast from the past. Old school shoe. High top. Red, white, and blue. Now, I didn't get this shoe because it's red, white, and blue because of the American flag and all that. I got this shoe because I like it. It's vintagey, old school. Reminds me of Run DMC. Cool kid on the block that's not trying too hard. That's what I think about when I think about Adidas. It's high top. So just like women love high heels, I love high top tennis shoes. Basketball shoe, wear it with jeans, wear it with shorts, play basketball in it. Just a great tennis shoe, man. This is my third time buying this tennis shoe right here. And it's just, I mean, it's awesome. It's just, what else can I say about it? Not a lot to it. It's just laid back and chill. So that wraps it up for the show today. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm your host, Greatest Lifts, and this is Fitness and Kicks live from the basement. Stay tuned for the next show. See you soon.